So, the top four mental health challenges, according to a recent study that face our society, are distractibility, loneliness, and negative self talk, and a lack of purpose or meaning in life. If you've struggled with any of those, welcome to my former world. I was an expert in literally every single one of them until I found meditation and mindfulness, and I incorporated them as tools to empower myself. And when I started meditating, it was back in the pandemic because my parents were both healthcare workers and they were dealing with patients with COVID and they were helping out. And I had a lot of anxiety about their health and about the overall general well being of people. And so meditation started as a tool initially to curb down my anxiety. But then once I implemented it in as a daily routine, it had ripple effects which helped me so much with a lot of issues that were under the surface and I didn't even know about. So one thing that meditation does for sure is it helps you gain more awareness about your subconscious, about those self-limiting beliefs, those fearful thought patterns that are holding you back from making progress and from becoming the best versions of yourself. And once you sit with your thoughts, meditation is not about just emptying your mind, it's more about training your mind to focus on an object, which could be your breath, or could be a mantra, a song, or a visualization exercise, or it could even be a wall. But it's meditation is essentially about training ourselves to hold an object of focus. And then if we start implementing that tool into and we integrate that into our daily lives, we could be more present and we could hold our focus on thoughts and emotions which are constructive for us, and we could selectively disengage with thoughts and emotions which are destructive for us and which are holding us back. So once I started meditating, I realized that it's not only about just sitting on the cushion and focusing on your object. It's so much more than that. It's about mindfulness, which is which is another spin-off from meditation, which is essentially about being more intentional and being more present in every moment. And what I learned through meditation was to so whenever I'm doing my daily activities, especially the routines like waking up in the morning and brushing my teeth, making my cup of tea, I would have these affirmations which I would repeat while doing these mundane activities. And these affirmations were essentially centered around whatever uh, whatever challenges I've had in my life and those chronic fearful thoughts and limiting self beliefs that I've had. And these affirmations directly tackle them, and they're a good arsenal to fight against them. And they directly target my personal struggles. And so it took some time to develop them by gaining awareness. But then my my solution to all of the suffering in my life, all of the uh, fear of failure, the rejections that I couldn't take, that I couldn't interpret positively, and all of those negative thought patterns, the solution was basically to come up with practical mindfulness, which is about not just sitting on the cushion and meditating. It's about bringing meditation and mindfulness into into every single action, um, which over time made me see that there was so much potential in me which I was not really living up to. And meditation, like in terms of having a bigger purpose in life, studies have shown that meditation helps you become more compassionate and it helps you connect with others better and it helps you have more empathy. So people who have found themselves in a rut where they feel like they've lost their passion or their sense of purpose or meaning, meditation is a great antidote to that as well, because where as you gain more compassion for the world, and you could specifically use meditations targeted at compassion and loving kindness. And neuroplasticity is a concept which states that the more you make efforts in a certain direction, um, your neural networks form, and then uh, they get solidified with time over repetition. So people who've lost a sense of purpose could um, meditate on kindness and empathy, and that generally helps to connect yourself with a bigger purpose of serving others. And it also helps you to kind of program your consciousness to see more positivity, to selectively see the positive in the face of darkness and in the face of negative situations, which is a total game changer, especially for me. Living in New York City, it's easy to get caught up in that competitive rat race where you see that it's you against the world. But then once I started being more mindful, I started consciously telling myself to have a friendly worldview and to operate from an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset. And meditation was a big game changer in that. And because you're essentially uh, training yourself to unwire those patterns and to rewire new patterns in your brain. And so, yeah, it's like with all of these challenges facing our society today, with so much suffering and these mental health disorders, and um, I would say that it's important to medicate if things are out of hand, but then meditation can also be used as a tool complementing therapy and medication. And if things are not that out of control, I would say meditate before you medicate. You give it a shot first. And yeah, I hope meditation can have an effect, positive effect on you as well, as much as it has had on me. And yeah, it's all about getting better and being on this journey where you learn so much about yourself. And once you get empowered about your own patterns, you can help others as well, because empowered people empower people. So, yeah, that's all.